Welcome to the podcast, the Prod.Cast. The podcast welcome. No, you know what? We're going to keep going. Welcome to the Prod.Cast, the podcast where we talk life, work, and occasionally music. My name is SwitchBladesForKids, and the other half of the podcast.
Macho Man. No, hello, it's Blake. Oh man, you look shredded. Can I just say?
I've lost a lot of weight since being sick.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. You're feeling lean, brother?
Feeling very lean. I tell you what, if you want to lose like a quick couple of kilos for a show, get some gastro into you. And just become absolutely shredded.
You'll drop water. Man, you look shredded.
It's genetics. No, it's not.
it's water weight and not eating for 6 days.
That's right. And it was like, can I have a piece of toast? No, turns out I can't.
Oh, it's liquid now. Hello, I'm Blake Bentley. How you doing, man? How you going?
Not too bad. Feeling
How's
better.
Your week?
Yeah, I still had today off, but like feeling better.
That's good.
And yeah, I tell you what, tomorrow's Anzac Day.
It is.
I'm gonna wake up at 3 o'clock. Currently, it's 9:07. So I'm gonna have low sleep and a little bit of a blood alcohol level while we're doing the dawn service tomorrow. So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, on gastro belly.
On fucking
no
barely
sleep.
any food. Barely any food, barely any sleep, and a little bit of black rum. That'll be great.
I don't know how you're going to go, but that's okay.
Horribly.
Hey, are you going to mix milk with it?
Why do you say this? Why do you do this?
That's what the diggers would have done, okay?
Oh, it's probably while they were sharing their fucking half a potato for 4 dudes and their piece of moldy bread.
If it's good enough for the diggers, it's good enough for you, brother.
That's right. Man, fucking...
you know what? When I did drink, because I don't drink anymore, I have quit drinking alcohol.
Yeah, there you go.
I just don't like it, and it doesn't settle well with me. That's it.
That's good.
And you know what? People ask, and I just say, no, I'm good, I don't drink. And then I get all the questions in the world. But people ask if... But you know, I don't hear anyone asking about heroin.
Yeah, that's it.
Crack cocaine.
Bro, you don't do meth?
Bro, you don't do meth?
Not even like a little bit of meth?
What? You don't snort codeine?
I mean, it's over the counter.
Everyone.
You're not inhaling your Panadol?
Free.
Bro.
But yeah, when I was drinking, I used to have a celebratory milk and rum for the diggers on Anzac Day. It's not that bad.
There is something about adding milk to a hard liquor that absolutely wigs me out. Because there's like your Irish
mixes.
What do you call it? The the Irish whiskey and you
Irish
mix it with
cream.
Yeah, Irish cream stuff, because that's just whiskey mixed with cream.
Yeah.
And that tastes delicious. But I tell you what, if I tried to do it, disgusting.
I don't know why.
It'd be disgusting. I wouldn't even try it. I wouldn't even try it because I would just like to drink the Jameson by itself. You know what I mean?
I just want the whiskey.
Just give me the whiskey.
0% fat free, you know?
I'll have the cream on the pancakes, thanks.
I don't want no fat in it.
Yeah, actually, speaking of alcohol and ice cream, which we weren't, mixing two different things together that you wouldn't expect to be really good. And I tried this a little while back, and I don't know why I didn't tell you, because it's so strange. But Guinness and ice cream.
Sounds horrible.
It is so nice.
It sounds disgusting.
You get Guinness, you get ice cream, and I seen this on like a TikTok or an Instagram reel or something like that, or a short. It was a YouTube short, and I was like, that's got to be shit. And I had some vanilla ice cream. I had some fucking Guinness, blend, yummy. It was so nice. It was so nice.
I just don't.
I know. It sounds so fucking wrong, doesn't it?
Sounds horrible.
And this is where like this, I think, because I have the same stigma where you say like a rum and milk, and I'm like, ugh. See, but you think it's good. I've had because I had my doubts. Guinness is a thick meal of a beer, a stout, right?
Right. It's like a fucking protein shake thick.
You do a little bit of this, scoop in a you know, and it came out so good, right? Okay. And it sounds weird to you, but I know it's good. You've had milk and rum. It sounds weird to me, but you know it's good.
Well, it's not good. It's okay.
Oh,
It's not great.
I'll tell you this right now. Well, if it's not great, I'm not going to try it. But I'm telling you,
it's not great. Like it's edible.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I would say it's I can stomach it.
Two edible things just getting mixed together. It's like, oh, okay, crickets are edible.
It's not ideal. Eating crickets isn't ideal, but like it'd get you through if you had to,
Yeah, that's a good point.
But
would you mix Fireball and milk?
Cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon
goes pretty well.
Dude, actually, would you do Fireball in a coffee?
Oh, fucking oath! I'm pretty sure I've done that.
That sounds like it would be so nice because cinnamon. I think it's the cinnamon hit.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I've done. I'm like remember when I was doing Shot for Death and shit like that.
Yeah.
Streams and all
that got hectic. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did Shot for Death, but I also had a Fireball whiskey coffee going at the same time.
Wow.
So I was sipping on a Fireball whiskey coffee while doing Shot for Shot.
If it works, it works.
I can hear a child.
So can I. I actually just heard that breakthrough.
Yeah, he's
enjoying the wildlife.
He's awake, but that's okay because he's with Jackie at the moment. So
that's cool. Yeah, that's good.
Fun. It'll be fun.
But
how's your week been, man?
I'll tell you right now, slow.
Yeah,
and everything that I was trying to think of as like topics and random shit to bring up, like I was just like, it seems funny in the moment, but it's not like if I brought it up, it would be like, yeah, okay, thanks for sharing. But I think the only major thing that's happening in my life right now is trying to get through all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh wow,
that's pretty much what's going on.
That's something.
That's
something. There's probably a lot of not good in there. I just stopped after Avengers Endgame. I stopped watching.
I like the Spider-Man ones. The Spider-Man ones are pretty good.
I've heard the Spider-Man ones are pretty good.
I just watched, was it Far From Home? I think today, with the one with Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh yeah, I've seen most of that.
Yeah, pretty decent. I liked it. As soon as they did the plot twist and the reveal of the who's the bad guy, just don't want to spoil it for any of you listeners / viewers out there.
It's been out long enough. It's been years at this point.
Yeah, but that's like saying, Casablanca's been out for long enough, but I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it for me.
Sure.
Don't spoil it.
All right. I haven't seen it either. I don't know how it goes.
Oh, okay. Apparently it's like one of those movies that like needs to be watched, or it's like it's such a good story it needs to be like seen, sort of thing. It's like Macbeth. But Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
Never seen Macbeth. Is Macbeth a movie or a book?
Macbeth is a Shakespearean play. Which is like
So I was wrong on both. It's not a movie nor a book.
Well, it was it's a play that keeps getting adapted to movies. I think there's one out with I think Denzel Washington is in the newest one.
Is he Macbeth? Is that how it works? Is Macbeth a person? I don't know what Macbeth is.
I don't know. I think he's the king.
Okay.
I think Macbeth is the king. But like there's a murder and I don't know, it's Shakespearean. It's all very like romantic and fucking.
Then you find out that they were children the whole time.
And then they woke up.
It was a dream. What a twist.
So yeah, otherwise that's my life at the moment.
Nice.
What's going on with you, my man?
It's just work really. Gym, hanging out, lifting heavy things and putting them down, real Unga Bunga style,
Nice.
That's most of it. What I was gonna say though, Zakk, is this is our 101st episode.
The 101.
This is 101. Now, I just wanted to say, I feel very proud of us doing 100 episodes. I think we did a really good job.
I fucking love it. I love it.
I think it's great.
I love that we've come this far.
I know, right? What I was going to say is, in the next 100 episodes, Zakk, what would you like to accomplish in 100 episodes?
Ooh.
Roughly 2 years' time. So remember, most people underestimate what they can do in 6 years, but overestimate what they can do in one. That's it. That's the same.
Yeah.
We could say the same thing and overestimate what you can do in 6 months and underestimate what you can do in 2 years. But essentially, in the next 100 episodes, roughly 2 years, Zakk, what would you like to accomplish?
In 2 years, you know what would be really cool? Us to do a live show.
Oh, that's a really cool thing, actually.
I would absolutely love to do a live show.
That's actually a really cool idea.
If we had like an audience and they'd be like, we would have like a whiteboard and every now and then we'd be like, this guy, you, an album, pick it. And then we have like our list of albums and it becomes like a real like they're very a part of it, and then they can see the album that they've picked. It might be dog shit. It might be fucking really like one of the best albums ever, and we can go, oh yeah, we've already listened to that, or that'd be a great choice. And we'll listen to that in a future episode. We'll have like episode whatever to whatever, and we'll say you guys are picking it, and we'll just point at you somewhere through it.
I like that. That's a cool idea. A live show would actually be a really fucking cool idea.
It could be. Honestly, it could be like at a pub or something like that.
Easily. If you have heard of the Little Dum Dum Club, they do a lot of live shows.
Yeah, right.
They also do live drunk shows, right, where they just get smashed.
Okay.
But I don't believe they record them.
Oh, right.
I believe they're unrecorded episodes, quotations, episodes. Yeah. Because they get fucking wild because they're all Australian comedians. Yeah. And they just say some shit that should not be recorded. Fair enough. They say some shit that, man, you don't want to be caught hearing. Like, you don't want to have... It will cancel you, okay? Yeah. You will be cancelled by everyone and everything, okay? But they do a lot of live shows. They did a live, holiday show. So they went to Koh Samui, right? They rented out practically the entire resort, and they did live shows every night for, I think, 4 or 5 nights. Okay. So every night was the show. And people, mainly Australians, flew over there, booked the hotel with them, right? So they were like, this is the hotel we're staying at. Yeah. Book these nights. Come out to the beach every night, and we're going to do a live show. None of it's going to be recorded, and this is our thing, right? Yeah, yeah. And they did it, and they booked out basically an entire resort. And they had big comedians from Australia flying over to do these live shows and just get pissed drunk on the beach of Koh Samui, right? Yeah. This beautiful beachside, just some real nice shit. Yeah, and that's their life. I think they even bought a bar over there, eh? I'm not gonna lie.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. That's a live show, 2 years is... It could happen.
Are you saying it's not enough time?
No, that's more than enough time. I mean, some people have made it in much less time, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But I don't know if Anyway, live show sounds fucking lit. I'm all for it.
I was even just thinking, within that live show, we do a set of our songs and shit, or it can just be sprinkled in between sort of shit. We've got music. We just sprinkle it in between, and then we go, oh, cool, we're back to the talking segment for another 30 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever.
Wait, listen to us DJ now.
Yeah. And then we do that.
DJ for 15 minutes.
Yeah. And then, we have some bits or, prepared and unprepared sort of shit, and we just get it done.
I don't mind
I think that'd be really cool.
I don't mind that. I rate that. Zakk, I hadn't actually put a lot of thought into this. I just thought it popped up in my head. I was like, man, this is the 101st episode. Yeah. I was like, man, what have we done in 100 episodes? We've done a lot.
We've had one guest.
Yeah. Look, to be fair, we've done a lot outside of the podcast as well. Yeah. Right? Yeah. But the best thing about the podcast is that it's like our weekly catch up, right? Yeah. It's like a weekly catch up where we talk a bit of shit. And we get to listen to some music.
And occasionally music.
We talk work life and occasionally music.
That's right.
I think I used to say life, work, and occasionally music. Yeah. I can't remember. I haven't done an intro for so long.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're doing it next. 102, you're up.
Yeah. I don't mind doing them. I just forgot that I did them. You know what I mean?
So long ago, you started that. Yeah, you wrote it down. You were like, "Hey man, what do you reckon of this?" And I was like, "That's fucking sick. It works. It's perfect."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, we're doing it. We're running it."
And then I was doing it for ages, and then you're like, "Hey, give me, let me cook.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Let me cook. That was you." And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then you did one, then I did one, and then you did one, and then you did one, and then you did one. And then you did one. And like that for like, I'm going to say it went like that for probably the last like 30 episodes. I don't reckon I've done one for like 30, 40 episodes.
I can't remember. I cannot remember.
It's been so long.
Yeah, I do remember that it was fairly recent, I want to say. Like at least from the start of the year to now, you've definitely done one.
It probably wasn't like that long ago. But at the same time, it feels like it was a long time ago. It feels like I haven't done one in years.
Blake, the next 2 years.
In the next 2 years, I'd like to do an intro.
No, I was trying to get us back on track.
Oh, right. I want to have more guests. I want to interview more people. I want to talk to some more people. I want to, I have been heavily thinking about, and this is both personally and for work, right? Is why would someone want to talk to you? Right, not you specifically, anyone. Why would someone of worth want to talk to you? Right, what do you have? What value do you have to offer? And it's funny because I'm realizing that in my industry, right, the industries that I've worked, I managed to talk to people that have quite high, that are quite high up the hierarchy, right? In the paint industry, I set up meetings with CEOs of companies and GMs, general managers, and all this sort of stuff, right? I talk to business owners and that sort of stuff, right, in the paint industry. And that's only because of the knowledge that I have in the paint industry, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they would want to talk to me. So that's one thing, that's one value that I have, is that I have the knowledge and I'm a very good salesman. I talk the talk and I sometimes walk the walk, but most of the time I don't. But I do the talking. All right?
You can sell. I know you can.
Oh yeah, I can sell. I can sell ice to an Eskimo. All right,
that's
a classic old saying. Because they still need it. They still need to build igloos somehow.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But no. So I'm trying to think of how do I put that into perspective for our podcast? Yeah. And how do we get people to talk to us? Right. And I think it's by in this aspect, I think it's by being a good interviewer, right? And Sean Evans is a really good example of that. Of how to be a fucking good interviewer, right? He is I would dare say he should be the main role model for just about any aspiring interviewer.
Anyone that wants to interview, that is a masterclass right there.
Yeah, just watch fucking Hot Ones.
Watch Hot Ones. Yeah.
Just watch Hot Ones and just take notice of what he does. But that's something that I've thought about, of how do we get people to talk to us, right? And I think one of the first things we do is we get people we know and who are willing to fucking be on.
Yeah.
That's it at the end of the... We got Matty, good friend of of mine, friend of the show now. We got him on. And we did I just smashed it, and it picked up. Whoops. Sorry, listener. We try and make quality podcastings. But yeah, we try and I feel like we need to just use the leads and the pull that we have to get certain people on, right? And we just work at that, and we just try and build something. I
think it's a lot of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
You've got to. It's obviously like who do you know, sort of thing. Who do I know? There's obviously a lot that overlaps because we've been friends for a fucking long time, and then you go, well, you know a lot of other just random people just from working where you've worked and shit like that. You and the amount of different jobs and
Matty,
shit.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
A rapper from Sydney who moved to Queensland who worked at Bunnings, and I met him as a sales rep.
Exactly.
We went out to have a dart, right?
Yep.
And I played a beat that you and I had made, and he freestyled over it. And from that moment on, I knew. I was like, this is a guy that I want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he freestyled like it was not a freestyle. Like, it was some nice ass shit.
I think, and it's definitely that, like, you know, it's imagine in the scope of our lives, in the scope of the show, to break it down even smaller, you've met someone that has the exact same sort of interest, like, as in, like, in music sort of shit like that.
Yeah.
In such a, like, fraction of a second in our lives sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, yeah.
Just a really, like, fucking, take it to, like, a mind palace place. But what I'm really trying to get to is if everything is about, like, building relationships and shit like that, I think all we need to do is start with people we know, and at the same time reach out to people we don't know or know barely, sort of thing. And we go, hey, we've been watching you on Instagram for a while, or like, because I've already got a guy in mind that I've been watching on Instagram for a while. We've already talked and stuff like that. I would love to I would 100% love to have him on, because his brain works like fucking like a he's a wildcat. But his name is also Zakk with 2 Ks.
Oh, that's wild.
Out of everyone, because like we were literally just talking, like Instagram DMing, and he's like, hey man, I'm gonna send you a shirt one day. By the way, Zakk, still no shirt, man. Fucking
yeah, well, hey.
because he fucking messaged me, like, just out of the blue, saying, hey man, do you want to listen to my fucking cool metal album? And I was like, hell yeah, I'll fucking listen to this. And I even told a couple of the guys at work about it, and he's like, I noticed that there was an uptick after, like, you told the guys. And I was like, yeah, I told the guys, and they fucking love it. Nice. Sort of shit, because he made a cool metal album, but he mainly makes, like, hip-hop beats and shit like that. So I 100% reckon he'll be down to get on the podcast. I've already seen him on another podcast recently.
Nice.
Like another just small thing that was like on his page and shit like that.
Yeah,
but I reckon 100% this would be the vibe. We just get on Discord and we just have a chat, and it would be the same thing as what we did with Maddie. Yeah. We just fucking just vibe out, fucking talk some shit and say thanks. But
love it.
That right there may lead to other people reaching out to us. Because it works both ways.
Yeah.
It works, 100% works both ways.
And I mean,
it's
look,
really cool.
We have people who listen. Somebody listens.
I know exactly who's listening right now, and I know exactly where he lives.
One dude. We actually don't post this anywhere. We actually just record this, edit it, and send it to a person as an MP3 file.
I say, here's another one lined up right for you, and it's in a USB, and I mail it to him.
USB. And we have to buy new USB every time. This is hemorrhaging my bank account, this podcast.
This is why I'm losing so much money every month.
I can't keep up with my house payments, man.
I get the really good USBs.
Yeah, dude. I'm sending him like external hard drives, like 3 terabyte external hard drives.
Just for one episode.
Just for one 50 meg episode.
I one time accidentally sent him like the thumbnail, and I was like, I've gone over budget. Let's get another fucking USB.
Yeah, well, that needs to be on a separate USB. So now we send 2 USBs.
Oh my god. Blake. You know what's really funny? Oh. And I just thought of it, and I just thought it would be really, really funny.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I think it's a really stupid thing. This feels like one of those like skid house things.
This is our podcast all over.
So you get a disc, right? You get a disc, the old rewritable discs or writable disc, whatever.
CD-ROM.
The CD. You put it in to your computer or your Walkman or whatever like that, your Discman, and what do you expect? What do you expect?
Music.
Exactly. You can put pictures on discs. So we send out. We send out a disc with all of our YouTube and like Spotify thumbnails.
Just the thumbnails.
Just on a disc. On a disc,
To who? To this one person?
Yep.
Are we still on this joke?
Bro, still here. Because it flicked into my head. It flicked into my head. I was gonna like really just hurt someone if you sent them a CD with like an image on it.
Yeah, because they put it in they put it in their stereo system that no one has anymore.
All right, I still listen to CDs. All right.
Yeah. You'd be the only one, brother.
CDs nuts. Anyway,
look.
So
Zakk,
next 2 years.
in the next 2 years, I think
More
it would
guests.
be cool to have more guests. That's a good one.
That's it. It's
That's
more
the biggest
guests.
one, really. More guests. I want to make more content in general. You know, there's a whole lot, and we'll figure it out. You know, this is part of the process.
It
you
is.
know, this is what we do. We talk shit for usually an hour. This episode gonna be much shorter.
Shorter.
Wait, sorry to burst your hour-long bubble. This one ain't gonna be an hour long.
You know what? I don't feel bad. They had a 2-hour-long episode.
I fucking know, dude.
Like
I can't
the
believe that.
100th episode, 2 hours. We sat on this couch for 2 hours.
And it was longer because we sat there for ages before recording.
Yeah, we're just talking shit. And I was like, you know what? I better record before this. And we didn't even use it.
I know.
It was like,
do you know how hard it was
minutes.
to find the point to line it up? Because I
forgot to, like,
clapped. And then I thought about it like after you sent everything through. I'm like, of course the clap's not going to be in there. The clap was like 10 minutes before we actually started the podcast. We're not going to keep all of that in.
No, oh God, no.
I was like, oh my God, it took me fucking ages.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, it's a short episode this week. I haven't been up to too much. Zakk's been sick. It's welcome to the next century of episodes. You're going to get more of this. Hopefully you'll get more guests.
With the same quality, if not even better. Imagine if this mic finally dies out. I'll get another one. And it'll be the same
the exact
quality.
same mic. Imagine if this one dies out. I'll buy an even shittier mic.
100%.
I'll spend even less money on a microphone.
Oh, man.
I'll be buying from Kmart. All right.
You'll start using just the lapel mic.
Yeah, I'll use. To be honest, probably
mic.
better quality than this one.
It actually wasn't that bad.
It was pretty good, and if it was actually like put up here, it's probably going to be much better than the mic.
It sounds really good when it's like it's right on. Yeah.
When it's where it's meant to be.
Not a touch, lapel mic.
Not attached to a fucking phone stand on a phone. That's about roughly a meter away from your face.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine
the fact that
using
I
a
kept,
lapel mic
leaning
the correct.
back too.
Yeah. You know. But no, you're gonna look. This is us, and we're not changing. Okay, we're not changing for you.
Yeah.
I only change for me and my family.
I remain the same stagnant, fucking stoic man. I'll remain. I'm a rock.
I'm definitely not changing my priorities and becoming a much better human being and man. And man, can I just say, not working somewhere toxic really fixes that problem.
100%.
Yeah, look, I don't work with toxic people in a toxic environment, and I can assure you, it makes a big difference.
Oh yeah,
it's huge.
But
yes, Zakk, we're gonna keep it short.
All right,
it's gonna be a short review.
All right, so I'm gonna read
about music. Talking about music. Zakk,
we're talking about music.
We listened to Many Seasons by Metallica.
72, in fact.
Yeah, 72 of them. Zakk, I think we're on the same consensus with this album. It sounded like Metallica.
Yeah, and it does. It sounds like weak saying it. Like it's a Metallica album that sounds like Metallica, but
listen to it and you'll fucking get them. You'll get it.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It's Metallica without the nostalgia.
I think the thing is that like they know exactly what they have to do, and they just did it. There wasn't a lot of nuance in it. It was a Metallica album made by Metallica for Metallica fans, and they sold it as that. They said, here's another Metallica album that tastes like Metallica.
Yeah, I just want Metallica that tastes like real Metallica.
And that's what it is.
Here's 72 seasons.
It's so funny to think about it, but like it's like an amalgamation of all of their work summed up into like, was it 12, 13 new songs?
Yeah. Yep.
And that's what they did. In saying that,
I couldn't tell you what any one of those songs sound like.
They all sounded like good Metallica.
They all sounded like Metallica.
I kind of like Metallica.
Yeah, dude, we listened to it. So the first time we listened to it was lifting at your house after the 100th episode.
Yeah.
So we recorded the 100th episode, and then we went out and lifted, and I benched 100.
Yeah.
Or I benched 2 plate listening to this album. So the album can't be that bad.
It can't be that bad.
It can't be that bad. But it's also not great.
No, I think it's pretty good. I want to say, for a Metallica album that sounds like all of the Metallica albums combined, it still sounds good. Like it still has it's obviously they're a big band. They're like huge money wise, right? So they can spend as much money as they want on production and all of their equipment, materials, fucking personnel. They can just throw buckets of cash at fucking anything. Yeah. And say this is how we want it to sound, and they like fucking Lars could have a ticking in his brain, or like he might fucking be dying or whatever. It would still, he'd be like, I want it to sound like this, and it will sound like that.
Yep.
Because that's how much money they have to make it sound like whatever they want it to sound like. And they said, here you go, producer, make it sound like a good Metallica album, and it sounds like a really good Metallica album. I'm not upset.
Oh, look, I wasn't upset by it. Like, I definitely wasn't upset by it.
Some of the riffs were pretty chunky. Like, even though they kept to the same structure they had when they started, was here's 4 bars of this verse, riff, and then 4 bars of the next riff, and then we're going to start singing for 4 bars, and then we're going to have 4 bars of... Like, it was 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 of like...
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's Metallica. That's Metallica. Yeah. It was like saying to the Doors. The Doors had 12 bars of gold. It's fucking, it's blues. They played blues, and they knew how to play blues really fucking well. Metallica knows how to play metal, and metal for 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars. Say it's fucking 32 bars long, or fucking however long it is.
Yeah.
They did it, and they did it well. Because they know how to do it well.
Yeah. I mean, they are fucking, at this point, they have gotten it down to a fine art.
How fucking old.
They've been releasing music since the 80s?
Yeah.
Mid-80s?
How old like about 40 is years? Lars Ulrich?
I'm going to say late 50s to early 60s at this point.
59. James Hetfield is 59. Kirk Hammett's 60. Robert Trujillo, 58. Bro.
I told you, brother.
Metallica since 1981, man.
Ooh, 81. Early 80s.
Yeah, bro. 81.
So they've been going for like 42 years now.
That's huge.
That's a long time.
Huge.
Huge.
But they know what they're doing. They know how to do it well. And it's a good album. I would say if you're a Metallica fan, you would have already listened to it. If you're a metal fan, you could be forgiven for skipping it.
Yeah, you would have listened to other Metallica songs if you're a metal fan.
Yeah.
If you're fairly young, because Metallica's not as, marketable, it's not as, radio friendly these days. Like, it's just not. When's the last time you heard a Metallica? Yeah, when's the last time you heard a Metallica song played on the radio, honestly?
The other day when I was listening to the radio and it was on Triple M.
No, Triple
M. Triple M would play.
I forgot about Triple M. Yeah, but who listens to Triple M other than old dudes and us? We're getting old.
We're getting old. I listen to a lot of Triple J and try to keep up with like new music and shit like that. Like I really do, and it's just like a lot of random shit. Sometimes it's garbage. Sometimes it's like it's hot garbage. And then fucking
other times it's lava garbage. Like it is like center of the earth core garbage.
Yeah.
And then other times it's not too bad.
Yeah. I've actually like picked up
pleasant breeze on a warm day,
Yeah. I've picked up a couple of like metal bands when they do the thrash on like I think it's like Monday nights or Tuesday nights or something like that. They'll do the thrash, and there's like some really cool fucking metal bands. And it's like, oh, this is fun to listen to. This is something new, and I've kept up with them. I can't remember what the fucking one it was called. It doesn't matter.
But anyway,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but it's good enough. It's good enough.
It's good enough.
Throne is the band name. Throne.
Sure.
THROWN. Any metalheads out there? Actually, you know what, Mark? I know you're listening. I know you would have listened up to this point. Throne.
Just do it, Mark.
Throne.
Friend of the show, Mark. Just do it.
Yeah.
I love saying friend of the show, can I say?
Friend of the show. It's great.
Friend of the show, Mark.
By the way, miss ya. My daughter misses your kid. and Mrs. your Mrs. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds so good.
That's a funny thing to say.
Yeah,
Zakk, what
Mrs.
are you,
your Mrs.
Mrs. your Mrs.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to anyone who's Australian.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Any
if you're not
Aussie
Australian, that means
or
my
Kiwi,
partner,
I think.
my
Kiwis
female
call
partner,
Mrs.
is longing for my friend's partner.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Kill me right now. I don't want to
what?
listen to this shit anymore.
You know what I've always found funny is explaining the joke is so much more funnier than the joke itself.
But only if you explain
you.
it with the idea that you fully believe that they don't understand. Like you mansplain it. If you mansplain a joke, it's so good, man. It's so good.
The struggles I have when I explain such a dad joke. And shit like that. Like if I say I'm giving away all of my dead batteries free of charge, and then they go, and I'm like, it's because they don't work anymore.
It's because I'm done.
And I'll be like explaining it's because the anodes and cathodes in batteries they'll run out, and then you've got liquid in them and shit like that, so they actually get really hard and they dissolve a lot of liquid, just random dumb shit. Sometimes I won't even know what I'm saying, and I'll just keep talking.
I still
say it,
and I still explain, and they cringe, and they're in pain, but inside I find it funny.
It's so deep, and this will never leave.
It's a deep chuckle that I get from
it's a from the hearty belly laugh.
I get a hearty belly laugh. Did you know? I've been watching a lot of TED Talks real quick. Did you know? Apparently, you want to talk from your belly area. Apparently, that's the area that you want to speak from to really grasp someone's attention. Apparently, it's down here.
All right. So I've got to talk.
Yeah, so
I don't feel like I'm trying to talk deeper, but
no, because you're trying to talk from that area, which automatically makes your speech much deeper. And I watched a TED Talk. Apparently, that's it. I like TED Talks. Okay. Apparently, you don't want to speak up here, which is where we normally talk.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is bad talking. Apparently, down here is much better.
I'm talking from my stomach. I'm talking from my stomach. So stupid.
Anyway,
I have nothing better to say than I'm talking from my stomach.
Zakk, what do you rate this album?
It's a fucking 9 for a Metallica album, and it's a 7.5.
I was going to say 7.5 actually.
For everything. It's such a non-committal 7.5 because I would rate it lower because I wouldn't go out of my way to listen to this.
No.
I would not go out of my way to listen to this.
Look, I'm glad that we did because we listened to a new Metallica album and that's lit.
Yeah.
But I'm like...
New experiences.
If someone says to me, what's a good Metallica album? I'm going to say there's a lot of other albums.
Master of Puppets.
Great.
Kill 'Em All.
The Black Album.
And Justice for All.
There's actually a lot of controversy. Apparently people hated the Black Album for some reason. I fucking love it. It's the album that hooked me on Metallica.
Underrated. Death Magnetic.
Oh, yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah. Because it was this weird thing where they hadn't released music for ages and then they released that and everyone hated it because it was new.
Yeah,
but now it's not new and everyone loves it again. So it's okay.
Yeah. And now it's retro and now it's cool to old Metallica, which is Death Magnetic because it's old now.
Stupid fucking.
I remember my dad got it. My dad got the special edition because he's brand new fucking Metallica hasn't been released in so long. Oh my God, fuck. And he just lost his mind. And then he puts it in. He's like, I fucking hate it. I'm like, Dad, why? What?
Like, Dad, it's not that bad. He's like, this is shit.
This is shit. And then he'll put in Master of Puppets or fucking, whatever it is.
Dude, I learned guitar with the Black Album. I had the Black Album tab book.
Yeah.
I had an OG one. And I was my dad's, but I learned guitar from that. I just looked at it one day and I was like, hey, that makes sense to me. So I started playing and I learned Enter Sandman and and Master of Puppets and One and Unforgiven and all these fucking awesome Metallica songs. And I learned them all.
Yep.
And I remember it was after I'd learned 3 songs. Dad walked past. He's like, are you fucking playing the guitar? I was like, yeah.
Yes, Papa.
Who taught you? I was like, the book. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean?
Yes, Papa.
I just read the book. And he's like,
Yeah.
the tab book. I was like, yeah. He's like, where did you learn to read tab? I was like, it just like made sense.
It kind of made sense if I've already listened to the song and then it's showing me how to do it.
there was
I
like
kind of have a
six-
concept of how the guitar works.
There's like 6
makes
lines
sense.
there, and I had 6 strings, so they must be the strings. And that one says 0, so I'm guessing 0 fret, so that's open. And then that says 2, so I put my finger on the 2 and I play that. And he's just like bewildered.
Yeah.
He was absolutely taken aback. He was beside himself.
Actually, I've the
I'm
same
gonna
thing.
continue
I showed my
songs.
dad guitartabs.com.
Oh no!
And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, do you want to learn like random? Because he would come home from like jamming with like a band that he was trying to like help out and try and get started up and shit like that. And he was like trying to learn these like random songs because he'd be like listening to new music and shit like that, and he'd be like, this one sounds cool. And he's like sitting at his computer with headphones on and like trying to figure out how to play it.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just look up the guitar tabs? And he's like, what the fuck do you know, man?
You didn't
What do you kids know?
guitar, man. I played guitar since before you were born,
Yeah, that's
man.
it. It's like, I've been playing guitars since fucking, before you were born
Since
and
the
10 years
fucking
before that.
Stone
And I was
Ages,
like,
brother.
okay.
Since the time of it,
Okay.
before internet existed.
And then I jump on his computer and I go guitartabs.com and then I say, what's the name of the song? And I go, and I click on it and I say, if you know how to fucking read, you can do this. And he's like, all right.
Oh my! He's like,
And then he's just like, get the fuck out of the way.
there's times that I stand corrected, and they're not many.
Few and far between, in fact.
This is one of those times.
Yeah.
This is Zakk, you were right.
And I held on to that.
Yeah, and every day.
And I've never been wrong
I've
since.
remembered that moment.
I've never been wrong since.
And this album is a 7.5, and we ain't wrong. You
Yeah,
hear
that's
me?
right. We're not wrong. We're not wrong.
No, never been
That's
wrong.
right.
Never been
Every
wrong.
piece of professional advice I've ever given, not
Oh,
wrong, because
no,
it's my
let's-
opinion.
Let's not say things we can't take back.
I'm saying,
I can't take it back because I ain't taking it
in
back.
my professional
Yeah.
opinion,
Which is, I have a profession, and this is
inscrutable.
an opinion.
Don't even try to scrutinize my inscrutable opinions.
I haven't been wrong since
You
I
should
was
hear my
a
opinions.
wee lad.
You should hear my opinions on politics. I'm
no.
always right.
Oh no. They should all
Guns?
be dead.
Guns? I want to know about guns.
We all need guns.
Guns. No, before we get too crazy.
Yeah,
So you're
okay.
7.5?
Yeah. I actually was thinking 7.5. Like, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not like amazing. It's good.
Yeah.
I have, it's, you know what? I can easily see, I can easily see
sorry,
how
that's
you'd
wrong.
get
I'm
that
right, so
nostalgia.
yes, I do
Yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly. I can easily see how you'd get that nostalgia hit for this album after you listen to it for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Literally, like, that's it. Like, if you
Yep.
listen to this album for the next 10 to 20 years, you will have the same feeling that I have for Unforgiven, One, Enter Sandman, like all these great fucking songs that come to Saint Anger. I love Saint Anger. One of my favorite songs, man.
Yeah.
fucking love
I've
Saint Anger.
and it gets so much flack because of the snare drum.
I know.
It sounds so fucking
I
good.
know.
For that whole song, I fucking love that song.
Dude, that was one of the songs that I'd always play on the drums because it's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's so good. I don't know why people hate that song.
You know what? I'm going to go and listen to it right now.
It's such a good song.
We are going to, speaking of music, we're going to listen to a relatively new artist that's making a lot of noise
Are they?
in the world. Apparently they are. 36 million monthly listeners, more than the Beatles. Would you believe? More than the Beatles. Her name is Ice Spice. And
Yeah.
we're going to be listening to her album, Like?
She's, like?
Like?
I'm running Burgundy.
Like? So it's like
did you know-
question mark or something like that.
Ice Spice is from the Bronx.
Browse, just like J-Lo. Just like J-Lo.
They're the same person.
I'm still Jenny from the block.
Yeah, look, I
used to have a little,
Jenny
now I have a lot.
But, but look, we're listening to Ice Spice's like album.
Still know where I came from. The Bronx.
The Bronx. I'm going to keep everything because I already given it a quick little looky-loo. Mm-hmm. I'm keeping everything for the next episode.
All right, I have not
saying anything
at all. I have not had a looky-loo, a little sneaky peek.
Looky-loo.
All right, so we know what we're listening to. We've already rated. We've had a good chat. Blake, there's one thing we're missing out of this episode that is crucial, a crucial element.
Is it the part where we hit stop recording?
It is. Hit it right now. No. And we're out of here.
God, man, I've already hit it. Wait, was I meant to hit start recording?
We've just been chatting.
Yeah.
I haven't been recording this whole thing.
Oh, no, neither have I.
So we're just chatting.
Well.
The video's on, but I haven't been recording, so we can just upload the video. It's a zero audio podcast.
Yeah.
Episode.
You have to be a really good lip reader.
That'd be so fun. It's the lip reading episode.
Yeah.
That's the name of this episode too. Lip reading.
Lip reading. Yeah.
We're gonna call it lip reading.
Let's wrap this shit up. Because
let's wrap it up.
Wake up in like literally fucking 5 hours or something.
Even less.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna talk from my stomach while I do the
down here. This is the
talk
area
from
that
the
you
stomach.
You want to talk from the
the diaphragm
strength down here. All right, but let's just fucking end this shit.
Yeah, let's end it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Prod.Cast. Make sure you follow us, like, share, subscribe, hit all the buttons. Sharing is a big one. Doing the ratings. If you leave us a comment and it includes an album that we should listen to, we'll probably have a look at that comment and go, no.
No, thank you.
Nuh-uh, loser. But leave your comment nonetheless. Do all of the things. I want to eventually incorporate shout-outs. Sorry, what?
Congratulations to Christian, who won the...
Chris, man.
Yeah, we did talk about it in the actual episode.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Christopher, who won the fucking...
The
$100 giveaway.
Yeah, that's it. For our 100th episode, which was the previous episode, we had a $100 giveaway, and Chris won it thanks to our Wheel of Spins. We had a lot of entries, and it was so fucking cool.
We spun a wheel.
We spun a wheel and chose a name by random. Man, that sounds so sus now. Saying it out loud, this was like, we chose him. We chose Chris. No, it was all random, above board. We should have had the spinner on the screen. We were saying that we're going to record it. We did not record it, but it doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Who cares? This is our show.
We know that it was a legit RNG fucking spin, so that's all that matters.
And if you believe in RNGesus, you'll fucking go to Spotify right now, look up Blake_Bentley. Actually, it's just Blake Bentley, and you'll fucking click follow and listen to his song Late Night Texting, produced by me and you, Blake. It's a fantastic song. Get onto it. And while you're there, you can listen to that song, get on your phone, go to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and follow Blake_Bentley TV, because that's my man right there, and he's going to be doing a lot more content. Yeah. He's doing a lot of stuff at the moment as it is, where he's doing his fitness journey. I thought you were going to say fitness journey. We've said it every episode.
Fitness journey. Welcome to my fitness journey.
And if you want to see more of this, and I'll probably eventually shave my head again, make sure you type in SwitchBladesForKids, all one word.
All one word.
That's right.
Zakk, what are you doing at the moment on social media?
On social media, heaps. That's why you should get on there right now and just do everything. YouTube, Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. I think I am on TikTok, but I'm also not on TikTok.
You're right. You are.
I am definitely on TikTok.
Yeah, you are.
There's two of me on TikTok, in fact, because I forgot the other account. So there's one that has me, and then there's the other one that's just a clone that is no good.
The password has been lost to the ether.
That'll happen.
It happens, man.
But yeah, Switchblades for Kids, all one word. You can find me on Spotify as well. Did release a lo-fi album and some other stuff.
Oh, dude, some actual fucking bangers. Like,
oh, dude, Cream of the Crop. I listened to that again, and I was like, oh man, I made that.
Yeah, right?
Dude.
I put it on the other day, and I said to Harple's dancing, and I was like, you know, Uncle Zakk made the song. She's like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, Uncle Zakk made this song. This is Uncle Zack's song. And she's just like, that's amazing. I was like, oh, I know.
It's really cool to think about it now. Yeah. Because it came on through when I was listening to music, and it came on because like I have followed myself because the account that I have on
is not the professional account. No, it's a personal account.
So I followed it so I could just listen. I think I listened to one of the songs. Anyway, it came on randomly, and I was like, this fucking slaps. And it didn't click straight away that it was me. Yeah. Until it was like wum 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 wum, and I was like, this is me. That's me. I and I was like, freaked out. But it was cool. It was a cool thing. Other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for us here at the Prod.Cast. We'd like to thank you so much for listening. We reckon you should call your mum, call your dad, call your nan,
tell them you love them.
Yeah, tell them you love them.
And then tell them to listen to this lit podcast.
Yeah, send them the links, and they'll know how to use links on their phone or computer. Send them an email. They're more likely to know how to use an email than they are to use their phone.
Write it on a piece of paper and send it on a. Send the link in a Word doc on a USB in the postal system.
On a CD. Everyone knows how to use a CD.
Oh, on a CD-ROM.
Yeah, on a CD-ROM, Word document that's like Word 97 or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you. Bye.
We done?